Hey everybody, Todd Lyles here with Service Excellence, and I have a question for you. Have you ever seen those money machines? You know what I'm talking about, right? They have them at arcades. Sometimes they'll have them at trade shows. It's a big glass box. There's money in the bottom of it, or something that looks like money coupons. Someone turns on the switch, and the person on the inside goes absolutely crazy trying to grab the money. Those things are a ton of fun. And I've actually used one of those before in one of the booths that we had set up at a trade show. And before I set it up, I thought to myself, I wonder how much money, which was going to be discounts off the class, people could grab. And this is what I found. People would go in, you turn the switch on, the money's flying everywhere, and people are grabbing for it. And they would grab one, they would put one under their arm, then they'd grab one, and all of a sudden now their hands are full. And then they'd see something go by that they thought was a big bill. They would let the money go to grab a new one. And what ended up happening was people would come out of the machine with far less money than you think they would. And I think this is a great analogy for what we do as professionals, because our industry, it is like a money machine. And sometimes something comes along and it flips the switch. That switch could get flipped by a shortage in the industry, so everyone's trying to grab onto the install. If I'm a consumer, it could get flipped on by weather conditions. A heat wave comes, the switch gets flipped on, everything's in the air, everyone's aware of it. It could be a hailstorm, but something has flipped the switch on. And just like in this money machine scenario, a couple things that I see that happen from the professional technician, the professional contractor, the professional salesperson's perspective. They start grabbing for money, i.e. client opportunity. They're trying to hang on to some of it, but they're dropping more than they're actually securing. So I got a couple lessons for you today, things that I think you're going to find very valuable. So I want you to put on your hat, and I'm going to teach you this acronym. HAT stands for the following: hold on to the money. Hold on to the money. I remember very specifically one time one of my mentors held out $100. He said, "I got something for you." He held it out. I reached out and I grabbed it. And then he gave it a little yank back like this, and I let go. And he goes, no. You didn't learn the lesson. So he held back the $100 again, and I grabbed it, and he gave it a little yank, and I held on to it. And then the yank got harder, and now we're in this tussle for this money, and I didn't let go. And eventually he let it go and said, "You learned your first lesson," which is when you get the money, you better hang on to the money. So I'm telling every single one of you out here, when you get the money in your hand, you better hang on to the money. And if you don't know what that means is you better make sure that you prevent cancellations happening to you. By the way, there is a wonderful 6-point handout that you can get for free on our website that will tell you the 6 steps to preventing sales cancellations. It was our very first white paper we ever wrote. It's still just as relevant today as when I first wrote it. You can go download it for free. So that's number one. When you get the money in your hand, you hang on to it. You don't let it go. Here's number 2, automate. Automate, 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 automate. When there is opportunity flying all around, there is only so much of you to grab onto things. You need to have some help. And one of your best helpers is in the form of either automation and or delegation, so you can combine those together. Automation is going to help you put things into a system, to whether that's follow-up via emails, automatic text messages, automatic reminders for you. But follow-up is going to be key. You should hang on to the money, do your best to close each one the day it happens, but you can't count on that happening 100% of the time. So you need to incorporate technology into the modern day sales approach. Automation is key. The last thing here is tenacity. Tenacity. You have got to have a mindset that says, I am going to win. And this is the way that I look at it. To me, it's not much different than playing a game. When you step on the field, you want to get the W. What that means is that you want to beat your competition. Now, what that doesn't mean is that you don't want a healthy game for your competition, but at the end, when you're going by and giving high fives and going, good game, good game, good game, good game, at the end of that, even with great sportsmanship, you still want the W. So you got to be tenacious to go out there and get it. So look, here's the thing. When you jump into the money machine, you need to hold on to your opportunities. You need to automate your follow-ups, and you need to be tenacious about the game. I'm going to end with just a few more points for you. So check this out. Here are some money machine facts that we often forget. Number one, the money machine always has money in it. Yeah. The money machine always has money in it. What is the money machine that I'm referring to? The world, in case that's not clear. And the money machine always has money in it. It's just that sometimes all that money settles down to the bottom. No one has, i.e., flipped the switch. The weather hasn't done it for us. So what we got to do is go in there and get that money. Because here's the other fact I'm going to tell you about it. This may not seem true to you, but it might just be. In fact, I think it probably is better when the money machine is off. What do I mean by money machine? I mean, kicking it up in the air, the awareness. Everybody on the planet's got awareness because look, when that money is flying around like this, it's not just grabbing your attention, is it? No, it's grabbing everyone's attention. But you know, when that money settles down to the floor, what does that look like? Looks like someone who was interested and now their interest has waned a little bit. It's settled down to the floor. It looks like an event where the weather isn't on your side. It's settled down to the floor. When that money machine is off, the competition isn't looking. And if you know how to directly target your audience and target them well, guess what? It might even be better when the money machine is off. Because the money machine ain't locked. The money machine ain't closed. You open the door, you step in, and you're able to pick it up. You're able to hang on to it. And that's a beautiful thing indeed. Hey, I wanted to share this lesson with you because this is life. Life is about opportunities. It's about igniting that fire inside of you. It's about cranking up your personal power so that you can live a life that no one else is living. And this is one of those tips that can certainly help you out. Now, if you are interested in anything that we can do to help you or your company, you know how to reach out to us. Just go to serveextra.com, give us a call, send us an email, direct message us. It's so easy to find what you're looking for these days. So just reach out, contact us, and we can help you and your team ignite the power within.